Welcome to our fourth week of 1Million Cups. Thank you guys for being here. How many of you guys have been here before? Raise your hands. Awesome. Got some new faces in the crowd too. So I want to just welcome you guys. And why is this called 1Million Cups? You probably wonder if you're new to the audience. 1Million Cups is basically a Kauffman Foundation powered program that we brought to Shreveport-Mosier. And we are one of 30 cities nationally that does this every Wednesday at 9 a.m. And so you're part of a national audience here. We're recording it, and it'll actually be uploaded, so Lee will actually have an audience around the country to watch his presentation. So it's kind of like a TED Talk, but all for entrepreneurs. So 1Million Cups came about a year and a half ago with the Kauffman Foundation, and basically they said, it takes about 1 million cups of coffee to start a business. And so the purpose of this presentation today is to allow Lee to present about his new product and also get Q&A and feedback from you guys about his product. So it's a great experience on both sides of this equation. And then we also encourage you guys, if you are a startup and you're under 3 years old and you're scalable and you're growing, for you to present at 1Million Cups. So we're always taking presenters. We have some exciting announcements I'll let Justin talk to you about next week's presentation. But we're really excited that you're here. This is a growing movement. The audience grows, and you tell people about this awesome experience, and we hope that Lee has an awesome experience like we've had the last 3 weeks. But we really need your participation, and the startup community here in Shreveport-Mosier needs to grow organically. And by attending these events and giving Lee feedback and being a part of these things, it helps grow that ecosystem that we need so desperately. So without further ado, I'll introduce Lee here and talk about the Tadpole Cutter. So what we'll do is we'll introduce Lee, and here he is, and he'll do his presentation, and then after he does his presentation, we'll do about 20 minutes of Q&A and feedback, and then we'll wrap it up with Justin doing a little bit of overview of next week's presentation and what else is coming. So.
Can I hold the mic?
Yeah, we need to hold the mic.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. We had some technical difficulties, and I'm not a computer guy, so it's double technical difficulties. But anyways, I'm honored to be here. I want to thank everybody. This is really a dream come true to be able to do what I'm doing, and to have a company like, or an organization like you guys, to put this on and to help our community and to help, and that's what I put in my write-up sheet. So I'm very thankful for that. It's not a flying car. It's not high tech. I don't know if I belong here, but I am excited to be here. I want to go through a few things real quick. For Your Home Incorporated is a local company based in Shreveport. We live here in the Shreveport-Mosier area. My wife Karen is here. She's my better half and helping big time on this and going to all the meetings and being a part of this. So I want to thank her and thank all you guys for being here. Miss Jane Allison with SBD of Louisiana Small Business Development. Just a ton of help. So again, if anybody has any ideas, man, that's the place to be to get some help from business, just everything dealing with business. I was just overwhelmed. I've been in business 28 years. I've been in sales. I haven't quite woke up yet because I normally work late, so my mornings I kind of just chill out and relax. So if I go too fast, it's the coffee. And if I sound like a salesperson, it's because I've been in sales for 28 years. So with that being said, this is a tiny little product. I went to Justin and said, go through some of this stuff, and then it's some really neat stuff. But again, the salesman, I don't want to give you a sales pitch, but here in the next few minutes, I'm going to roll in a lawnmower that is the size of a box of cereal, has no blade, no sharp blade at all, and it cuts grass all day long. That's pretty impressive. I can't do that. But what I can do is I can show you a tape cutter that weighs less than 1/2 of an ounce, has no sharp blade on it whatsoever, any jagged edges, and it cuts through duct tape, packaging tape, paper tape. So they said to do a wow statement, so that's my wow statement. I don't have a lawnmower that size of the box. That'd be awesome. But anyways, so let me get right to it. The story behind the Tadpole Tape Cutter. One, everyone says, well, how did you get the name Tadpole? It's actually small in comparison to a frog. The tadpole is really, really small. So, and I wanted it to be green, so when it's on the store shelf, it would stand out because I have spent hours and hours on the store shelf and Home Depot and Lowe's and Walmart, and everything's pretty bland. So I wanted something to really stand out. So being a tadpole, being green, you know, kind of making it small, kind of coming, and it kind of looks like it. The original design looks like it, and you'll see it. So I want to go ahead and go through the PowerPoint again. This is a little different for me because I'm gonna have to. Well, I can stand right here and do this.
If we need to.
Yeah.
Want me to help you advance it, or?
No, I think this will work. I hope it will work. Yeah, it's working. Okay. So the tadpole is that's the name of there's 3 sizes right here: the 1 inch, the 1.5, and the 3 and the 2 inch. These sizes really I found to be the generic or the normal size of tapes. Again, before I get any further than this, let me tell you why I came up with this idea. I have 2 big Acadiana doors, if you will, at the front of my house. They're wood, and wood doesn't last forever. I've gone through those doors 3 times. And there's 8 windows on each door, so that's 16 on the outside, and that's another 16 on the inside. So long story short, I have them laid out in my garage on these little sawhorses, and I'm spending an hour and a half trying to tape around the windows. And has anybody taped in here before? I don't like doing it. I could not do it. I could not tape it. I couldn't paint for a living. I really couldn't. So I'm taping all these doors, and I stop right in the middle of it. I'm sweating and on the wood. I got to paint the wood. And I'm like, this is too much. And I'm going to pay somebody. I said, I'm going to go to Home Depot and buy something to where I can tape and do it real quick. So long story short, I go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. Nobody has anything. And I'm like, well, now I got to go back and finish this project because the doors are in my garage. So I got lunch, went back, and I'm like, so I grabbed a roll of tape. I went to my kitchen, pulled out a steak knife, and you know the little shredded edge of a knife? I'm like, well, that won't give me that perfect cut for the corners. So I just immediately flipped the knife over and used the back of the knife, and I just did a tear. And I'm like, wow, that's perfect. I said, that's perfect. But I'm not going to hold the knife cutting. And I said, there's got to be something. So that's where the idea was born. Simple. Somebody's doing construction. They may need a tadpole.
Yeah, it's blowing, I guess. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It sounds a little louder than a blower. But so that's where the premise, the idea came from, because I spent an hour and a half taping at least, and I spent less time painting the doors. And so as weeks went by, I wrote down, said, well, how can I get it to stick on the roll? So these little cords right here go through the roll. You'll see it just a second in the video, and it attaches. And so as the tape goes down, it self-adjusts. So let me go ahead and kind of go through here. This is not working. Well, here we go. Okay, so you just press your thumb on any part of it, not hard. The cord, you can take it on and off. There's not a sharp edge at all. A kid could play with this. I mean, I rub it on my face. It won't cut you. There's no jagged blades. Have you ever seen any of those tape cutters? You can really, really cut yourself. So it's not a sharp blade at all. It weighs less than 3/4. You don't even know it's on the tape roll, which is pretty sweet. And I spoke with someone last night that's in human resources at Libby Glass, and she's taking on insurance. And there's a lot. They package these boxes, and now they're having all these problems with people having carpal tunnel, some type of. She named it something, and I showed her that. She's like, we want a bunch of them. Because they're so heavy and bulky, and I brought one to show you. You were all familiar with them. They've been around since the 50s. So it doesn't weigh much at all. The cord self-adjusts. You can take it on and off. And it makes perfect cutting, really just for painting. And it's made 100% in America, and that's pretty impressive to me, because so many things are made in China. I'm not down in China. But there's many jobs. I added up about 25 jobs just on this little deal, that from packaging to manufacturing, a minimum of 25 jobs. So it's pretty impressive. So packaging, you use that brown tape. U-Haul has 14,000 stores. They have nothing to cut their tapes. I asked one of the guys, I said, what do you tell the customers? He said, I tell them to bite it with their teeth. I tried biting that stuff, and there's no way. Not that, the nylon stuff. It's pretty tough. On shipping, that's the nylon tape. And on painting, the blue painter's tape. And it also cuts duct tape. So I don't go around cutting duct tape all the time, but it works on all of it. So again, it was designed for painting. But then I'm like, wow, it works on all these tapes. And we got the little prototype back. I'm like, so I don't want to limit it to just painting. That's what I use it for. I would pay $20 for it. But on the next slide, the packaging. to kind of go through it. That's the 1 inch, the 1.5, the 2 inch. The tadpole will sit right in the middle, and it'll be blister still right onto the package. And what we did is we rotated the tape so you can choose what job you want to use it for the consumer, you mind seeing it on the shelf. And so we like the packaging. I have another one in mind just for painters only, for Paint Source or Williams, etc., where it's just for painting and showing the different aspects of painting. So that's the packaging. The next, this is just an example of all the stores. These are just Home Depot, Lowe's showrooms. There's over 37,000. This is not working right, guys, because it's just not.
Probably formatted.
Yeah, my computer crashed or something happened. It's a brand new computer. But there's over 37,760 major stores in the United States alone, not worldwide, just the United States, where this product can be placed. And it'll be a blessing just to do it, run up 500, for myself and our company, but over 37,000 stores. This is the outlook where it could be placed. These are the segments of tape. 3M actually wants to take a look at it. Home Depot's wanting to look at it right now. I'm just waiting for everything to be perfect, which actually I'm glad I'm doing this. So these are the segments of tapes from Scotch tape to 3M to duct tape. And you can't really see this that well. I kind of threw it in. These are the projections for Home Depot, Lowe's, all your major stores for the next 4 years. And the money they make, and we also have the figures on the segments they make on tape. And this was done through LSBDC down in Baton Rouge with the help of Rand Kessler and stuff. So it's some really stuff. I just kind of threw a few things in here. Again, Janet's going, so I kind of threw this together. I don't even know how to do PowerPoint. I'm a simple guy. But so the projections are awesome. We're talking Walmart made $408 million last year. That's a lot of money. That's a whole lot of money. Home Depot, $66 billion. These are in thousands of millions. Lowe's, $47 billion. Then you've got 3M, you've got Office Depot and Staples, $24 billion. And so the tadpole right in with their tapes, because they all deal with the same kind of tape. So this is probably not going to work right, but if you're packaging or if you're moving or if you're just painting, you could grab the tape, the tadpole, and make the job easy. So that's the little PowerPoint. I hope it wasn't too bad. But I'd like to, yes sir?
That's great.
Yeah, let me show you, because my computer's messed up. I'm going to have to take a second and put a little DVD in. You'll get a better idea of how the product works. We had all that done locally. So can we close?
Everyone knows working with tape means using cutters with sharp or jagged edges. They're cumbersome and don't always give you a perfect cut. Instead, make it fast and easy with the Tadpole Tape Cutter. This lightweight, handy tool will make a straight, clean cut on any paper, duct, or nylon tape without a single sharp edge. Easily jump from one tape roll to another in seconds. To paint any corner. Seal up a box for storage. Or mail something to a friend. And the Tadpole is made 100% in the USA. So whether you're painting a home, moving, or simply shipping a package, the Tadpole Tape Cutter will save you time and energy.
So I actually was buying so much tape. I'm going through rolls and rolls of tape. The guy at King's Hardware, the owner, he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, let me tell you, there's this little thing that cuts tape for paintings." He said, "Bring me all you can make." Same thing in tubs. And they haven't even seen it. I'm just telling them what it does because I didn't want to show it so it was protected. Then you could be in trouble. So hopefully, I am going to do home shows. I love doing those. Just to get more of it out there. Online, we're going to have an online e-commerce set up. We're going to do a media deal. Janet's the one's going to be over that. But hopefully all the Home Depots, Lowe's, Walmart. I will tell you this. Let's see, I've got that right there for me. Yeah, we'll go to manufacturing. So this has been a fun process. I mean, when I go into a store from now on, I have a full respect for seeing anything in that store from an idea to how it got there. And if any of you guys have an idea, whether it's something simple as this or a flying car, like the guy had in here the other day, it's an impressive ride. And it's fun, and I wish I'd have been doing this a long time ago. I've met with the owners of all these companies. They're professional, they want to do it, they want to help. The branding industry is wanting to manufacture this. I brought it in just on paper, and they like, we want to do it tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I got to get the patent file first. I didn't tell them that, so I just put them on hold, and so now they're on hold waiting to manufacture. We can manufacture 22,000 a day. It's so simple, and that's why they love it, because you just put a bar of aluminum in, and it comes out like a tadpole. And so the Louisiana Association of the Blind Lab, if you guys have heard of them, unbelievable setup over there in a new building. It's just awesome. They're going to do the packaging and drop ship from there. So I literally can run this from a laptop that works properly and take care of orders. And I've been in business 28 years, so I'm just going to roll right into this. Every aspect of it's done here, from the labels to the packaging to the manufacturing. Shreveport and Bossier, both sides of the river. The only thing that's done in Dallas is the blister packs, because nobody here does it on that volume. So that's really about all I have. It's probably been more than 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I will say this, I've crunched numbers. I want to be blessed with this and give back to the community, but if Home Depot wanted to do, I have it broke down 500, 1,000, or 1,500 stores, just Home Depot, their profit on a set of 3 is like almost $6. Our profit would be 2. I'm not trying to be greedy. I want to get it out there. I can make 75, 65 cents on each one of them. So yeah, so answering the question, how much do they sell for? $2.79, $2.99, and $3.29. I believe that people would pay that to save an hour of taping. And it stays on the roll. And when you're done, take it off, put it on another roll. If you want to do another job, take it off and use it for something else. So you can pretty much stand on it, and I've heard it's indestructible. So there you have it. Awesome. Thank you.
We'll open it up for questions.
Who did your video?
CRW, over there by Moonbot. They're in Moonbot.
CRM.
CRM. Greg, great people.
Yep.
They're awesome.
Yeah, that's a good video.
Yeah, I had done one before through LSU, and we just took off of that and kind of made it more professional. Very impressed with it. They did a good job. We're going to put that online. Yes, sir.
I was thinking of the application on multiple versions. That big one, can I use that on all of them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
that's...
if I buy the bigger one,
mm-hmm.
I'm good on the rest of it. Like if I have a small tape.
Right. Oh, no. Good question. Good question. He was wondering, can you buy one to fit all of them? The way it's designed with the little wings on the side and hold it on there, no. Again, this was designed for painter's tape in the beginning, 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inch, and those are the standard sizes. And then when we got it back, we started seeing where it works on duct tape and strapping tape, and I'll show you real quick if you want to see it. What I'm doing is packaging them separately, so you're not forced to buy all 3 just to get the one you want.
Right.
And then we can dictate how many more cells of that number is being done, and then we can focus on that area of that 2 inch, say, or the 1 inch. You could, but to get that perfect cut, you need the one to fit. And there's really only 3 sizes of tape,
Right.
from duct tape down to the small one. And I just had a guy tell me the other day, he saw it, he says, paint body shops would go crazy over this. And I'm like, tell me why. I was just getting his opinion on the video to see if he liked the video. And he said, man, he does $30,000 paint jobs, and he says, I use this all day long. And I have to hold the tape, cut it with my mouth, drop the tape, and where that's just right on the roll. He said, I'd use them tomorrow. He said, paint shops would go crazy with them, so that's a whole other aspect. So then you have to choose the size you want, or you buy them free. And for less than, for $9. Yes, sir. I think it's priced right. I really do.
Package them all 3 together.
My philosophy is I'd buy all 3 of them and just wait to use them,
Right.
because I'm that kind of guy. I just want to buy
I told
tools.
just offered that for like $7.99.
Correct, to buy all 3, and that is an
That's
idea.
the incentive to buy all 3. Start right.
The question is, can you package all 3? I wanted to do that, but with Rand's advice, Rand Kessler, and my way of thinking, I personally would want to buy all 3, but the more people I talk to, some people are tight, and they're like, $3, I don't want to be forced to buy all 3 just for the one I use all the time. So that's why we're doing it separately, and then they can have the option to buy all 3, and I guess get a discount, especially online. I don't know how we control that in the stores. But yeah, you have to buy all three, yeah, because there's so much profit. It's just amazing. There's a $6, it's an $8 profit. What cost $1.635, $1.65 to make all three of them, package them, and out the door, and they'll sell for at least $9. So, yes, sir.
You have a prototype to show around?
Mm-hmm, sure do. The prototypes are right here, and I can show you how they work if you want to if y'all want to just pass them around. They're pretty cool. They're just, it's amazing. It's so simple. Yeah, the cords, and a lot of people say, is that cord going to wear out?
Yeah, I was just sort of.
I have gone through rolls and rolls, and it's not, that's exactly how it was when I put it on. But we're going to have extra little packets of the cords to be able to place beside the product. So if they do, and again, a lot of painters lose stuff, so the philosophy is not to make them buy a whole nother pack of three just to buy the one they're wanting. So that's why we're going to do them separately.
Have you thought about packaging just for the placement cords?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
5 or 6 of them, and just have them in the toolbox.
Correct. That's
If I'm
all.
going to lose it, the cat's going to get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's in the making to go right with the tadpoles.
I have a question for you. So from concept to actually prototype and stuff like that, how have you funded it? Have you funded it with your own money?
With my own money, yes, sir. And I've probably total probably 24,000, 30,000 in between there, and it's a big jump. But I've still got a few things to finish. Again, it's not a rocket, so it's not a. I mean, you can spend millions there. It's just so simple, and I've actually done more things, and just trying to do everything right and pay the proper people and pay more than the.
So you don't need investor dollars or anything like that.
Right now.
Right.
Well, I have relatives that have a lot of money. I still don't have cable. Trying to get cable. If this really kicks off, we'll get cable. Or satellite. No, I'm just playing. We have a meeting room. But, wait a second. The question was about
just funding.
Funding. Yeah, I've got to come up with about $120,000. It's about 60 grand to make all the tool and dies to pump out 22,000 a day. I could go the cheaper route that does 1,600 a day, and that won't we'll spend a year filling an order for Home Depot. So it's about, and I want to have 100,000 of them made, and not sitting there, but as the contracts come in, and then we can just roll them through there. Because I've done the math, and really, y'all, 100,000 sounds like a lot, but when you're dealing with 500 stores, or 1,500, or 2,000 of just one Lowe's, I mean, that's not could go big. So we want to have the big one set up and just pump them out around the clock. Yes, sir.
What's the structure of your company?
The structure of my company, per se.
Corporation or LLC?
Corporation.
Good.
Yes, sir. Incorporated. So we feel we're doing everything right in that aspect. Yes, ma'am, Ms.
Well,
Chan.
may I add that he was able to tap into the Small and Emerging Business Program, which is a Louisiana Economic Development Program, to help with the package design, the video, 50/50 cost share on some projects.
So that's why he saves so much money doing it.
It's not a huge amount of money, but it was helpful in those.
It was very helpful because I had been paying for everything along the way. Again, I didn't go to LSBDC for funding. I went there for the knowledge they have on the business plan. And that alone, because it took me a while to understand and for it to be put in front of a bank and a company, for it to be done right. And then in doing that with Miss Jane Allison, she's a sweetheart. This lady will help you if you're accepting that program. She'll go to bat for you to try to get any kind of funding that can help in any aspect. So if anybody's in here with an idea, and I'll tell you this right now, a quote I want to say at the beginning. We live in a world, all of us right now, that are designed by people no smarter than us. So if it's a big idea or a little idea, you need to run with it. And that is a lot of help. And if I could get another 120,000 to do this, no, I'm just playing. That's why Shark Tank wants so much money.
Have you met with corporate Home Depot or Lowe's?
No, sir. Actually, I've talked to them a few times, and I talked to them ahead of the cart. I got my cart ahead of the horse. I wanted that we were changing the video and changing a few things. They want samples. They saw a write-up on it. They're like, we really want to talk about this. Send us some samples. We think it's a great idea. I did like a 200-word deal and just send them pictures. And so now I'm ready to kick this off now that we're kind of coming to the end and setting up the web page and the whole work. So I'm eager to get in front of them and ask them how many they want. But I want it done. Actually, that's a good question. my philosophy at first, hold that question just for a second. My philosophy at first was I'm a salesman. I'm going to show up with my computer. I'm going to show them the prototypes. I'm going to show them what it looks like. I'm like, how many do you want, big boy? Big box stores? And that could probably work, but they could care less about me, my personality. The bottom line is how much money can they make and can they get them?
Right.
And how does it look? I mean, when this is done, it's going to look like you can go grab it right off the shelf, and that's the way I want it. So there's a fine line if you don't have money to spend $120,000 or $150,000. Want to approach them not having it, but not wanting to spend all that money and let it sit there until they make their decisions. So I'm at the point now where it's jump all in, and I'm going to go spend the money, and we'll start producing. We won't produce 22,000. We'll probably do 10,000 a day and let them get their feet wet and understand what they're doing in the facilities and the packaging. And then as the orders come in, we'll bump that up as necessary. So, but they're going to have. I'm not going to. My whole thing was wanting to show up with just myself, a computer, and all this nice stuff, and say how many. But according to what I'm seeing, they really want to pull it out of the package and just rock and roll with it. Yes, sir.
That was going to be my next question, because the physical product. How do you do a test run? How do you make sure
that it's going to sell?
Without, how do you do your first experiments without spending $100,000?
Yeah, I haven't lost a whole lot of sleep over that, but I feel like I'm going down the right road. That's a very good question, and I can stand up here and be a salesman all day long. I can show you how it works. You'd probably buy one, but will people buy them? If they understand the product, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there. Everybody that's seen this, they want one. They're not. I'm asking people I don't even know. I've done this now. I've been working on this project, y'all, for 1 year. From filing the patent to right now. And a few things got slowed down when Rand moved to Monroe, so I went over to Monroe to get a little bit of help there. So I've been working on this a year, but everybody, I can't tell you how many, 1,000 people seen it now, like I want it tomorrow.